Hi, welcome back to the channel. We're back at it in the garden today. Got something I want to show you. So one of the things I do is I make my own paprika powder, and I grow paprikas in the garden and process them, and I turn them into powder. So thought maybe I would show you a few of the steps I do to get that done. First thing, obviously, is grow paprikas. Next step, harvest your paprika. I got all sorts of them. This is great. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. When you get enough paprikas, go ahead, chop them up, slice them in half, seed them. Seed them and get the membranes out. You don't want that in your paprika powder. Also, don't get your chili peppers mixed up with your paprika. I think that's the paprika. Yeah, we'll go with that. All right, after like an hour, we're ready to go use the dehydrator. We're in my big messy garage where I've got the dehydrator, and had to bring it out here because maybe 2 or 3 times ago that I used it, I dried out garlic and it stunk the house up, and the wife said, get that thing out of here, put it out in the garage. So that's what I did. All we're gonna do is put our bags of sliced paprikas on our squeaky clean dehydrator, and you know that it's squeaky clean because, and you know that it's totally squeaky clean because you cleaned it the last time you used it after you made a whole bunch of beef jerky, and you did not have moldy beef jerky sludge in the bottom of it, so it was clean, and you didn't have to clean it today the next time you used it because you're responsible and you took care of that right after you got done with the beef jerky. Right? But I try to get as much onto a sheet, or as much onto a tray here, I guess, as I can, so that there's a lot less cleanup. I'm not gonna probably need all these trays, but they're in there just for storage, I guess. All right, move on to the next one. Ooh, crap. Well, I guess if that's the only catastrophe I deal with today, then that's not too bad. Alright, I try to kind of fold them back against themselves flat because they have a tendency to kind of curl up, and then they don't dry out very well, and then you're stuck here doing this like for days at a time, it seems like. But anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trays. Let's just put it away. And what are we gonna use? I guess vegetables, 125. And in my experience, this is usually, I don't know, 6 or 8 hours minimum. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on 8. So, what do you want to do for the next 8 hours? And the garage smells delicious. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, as you can see, they all curl up, and it's still pretty rubbery, flexible. So it's going to need more time. Well, some of it's starting to get crunchy. A little bit. A little bit. We're not there yet, though. Yeah, some of it. Oh, yep. All right. Okay, well, we're going to have to put it back on. Let's try, it's nighttime, of course, and let's, I don't know, maybe 3 hours? I don't know. I'll have to check it in the morning. All right, we're inside the fortress. We're here to complete the task. So I got a little sidetracked over the last few days and did not film the finishing of the drying of the paprikas, but this is what I've got. And this is what you want when you're done. You want it to just crumble in your hands. You want it all dried out completely. If it's a little rubbery or anything or bendy, it's not done. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind all this stuff up. I got a whole jar of it. A couple ways you can do this. You can do it old school, which I have done with the mortar and pestle. And I kind of like it, actually. Even though it's a lot of work, because you can kind of control the fineness of the grind, which is nice. I also use this little coffee grinder. I've used that in the past with very good luck. The other thing I've got is this Cuisinart thing that is sort of a new purchase, and I'm going to give it a try. I don't know if it's going to chop them real good or not. You know, you kind of want kind of a fine, but not so fine that it's like talcum powder. So I don't know. You guess you just do it whichever way you like. But I'm going to give it a try. Let's see how it turns out. Alright, let's see here. I think this is like the first time I've ever used this thing, so we'll see how it goes. Kind of looks like it's not really turning it into a powder, it's more of a chips. Now let's keep going. Oh man, woo! Don't breathe that in. Yeah, I don't know, it's not really what I want. I want it a little finer, and it just doesn't seem like it wants to chop it good. Real nice start, though. Maybe I'll put this in the mortar and see if I can finish it out by hand, see what happens. I don't know. Don't know if any of you ever used one of these, but they're kind of handy. A little bit of work, but you know, what fun is life without a little bit of work, right? Oh boy, I don't know. This is... In the past, I've used this coffee grinder, and it works really good, but it's a bear to clean up because you can't submerge it in water, and really it kind of gets it so fine that I don't know, it's kind of it's just kind of a mess when it's too fine. I kind of want it to have a little bit of texture, you know. It's all about your preferences. Well, I think that's about what I want. Good enough for the girls I go out with. All right, let's get the rest of this ground up and grind up and get all that done. and I'll show you the final product. So that's it. Looks like we got her. I did put the rest of the stuff in there and ground it, chopped it up in that thing and just let it go for a longer period of time, and it actually gave me the exact consistency I'm looking for, and I didn't have to grind any more in the pestle, and I think this is going to work really good. So there you have it. I always try to get one of these oxygen moisture packs, whatever it are, get it in there. There we go. That's a whole pint of paprika, and I've even got a little left over here. Now you can do this with chili peppers, you can do it with garlic. I made garlic salt for the first time this year. I have on the dehydrator right now, I've got some chili powder and my poblano. I'm gonna grind those up and make ancho powder, so I'm pretty excited about that. Well, you might wonder, is it cheaper to do it this way? The truth is, I don't know. I have no idea. Never penciled it out what it costs, you know, and some stuff's pretty tough to quantify, like electric use and whatnot. But I know that you end up with a lot, and I only spent like $4 on seeds, and then, you know, the time and effort to grow the plants and to dry it all out and all that. So, but if you're into it for the money, you know, you don't usually you don't do this stuff because you're trying to save money necessarily. You're doing it because you want to do this stuff just for the sake of doing it. And you know, this is just paprika. There's no preservatives in it. There's no anti-clumping agents or anything like that. And it will clump up. You got to break it up with a spoon, you know, when you go to use it. But it's just paprika. It's just what it is. So there you have it. Now, I think I better clean this mess up.